Hello friends, today we're gonna do a demonstration on how to install Ubuntu on VMware player. I got already installed it, but if you don't, I will provide you the link in the description below. So for it, you have to download, Ctrl F for search on the browser, and player. Here it is. Download the product. And yeah, as I said, version of player 7.1.0 at this moment of this video recording. So this one says 64 bits. I believe that this web page already know which operating system you are in, but if you don't know and you want to know, just go to control panel and then system. And there it will be system, it will be system type, system bit, operating system. So that's it, all you need. Click download. I want to because as you saw I already got it installed, and then just straightforward, just click download, click install, and follow the normal steps. For downloading Ubuntu, go to ubuntu.com, download desktop. Here you can see which version would I install, would I download. 14.10 is latest than 14.04, but this is long-term support, which I really recommend. Again, you should choose between 64 bits and 32 bits. Download. They try to trick you with this payment, but it's up to you to donate to them or not. If you want to donate, just go PayPal and then download. If you don't, just say not now, take me to download, and save the file. I won't do it because I already have done it. So launch VM player, go to create a new virtual machine, and it will install later. So that will be the option that we choose. So we got Linux 64 bit. If you are on the 32 bit, the option you have to choose is the Ubuntu by itself, not 32 or nothing, just Ubuntu. But then just I will keep going with the 64 bits. So click on next. So here virtual machine, this name will be a name as. So for this, I will say YouTube. So location, I don't really recommend it to put it on C, not because it could bring any problem, because you just don't waste your space in the disk that you have your operating system installed in. So for this, what I will do, and I like to do, is go to a hard drive. So say here, then new, make a new folder, which would be, I like it to put as the same name as I did in here, so it will be Ubuntu _ YouTube. So make a new folder, okay, click next. So here's really important, here's where you choose the storage capacity. For it will be up to you how much you wanted to spend. If you're gonna do any heavy stuff with pictures or videos on Linux, I recommend you to do at least 40 gigabytes, but it's up to you what you choose. The really important thing here is to choose a store virtual disk as single file. For this purpose, because I already got my main one for Ubuntu use install, I will keep with 20 gigabytes, but at least do 35. So here would you customize your software, your hardware. Give you 1 GB RAM, one processor, and all that stuff. So for you, what I recommend, as you see here, this is the maximum recommended memory, which is the full memory that you have on your computer. What I recommend to do is just get a half, and if you got 4 or under 4, just get 1 or 2, no more than that, please. It will get slowly, really slow, but remember, just half. For the purposes of this video, I just would give it 1 because it's just a demonstration. The same would be for the number of processors. You don't know how many processors you have. What you have to do is press Ctrl Shift Escape. Then you will be on the tab of performance, and you will check logical process. So you got 8. So that's what I got now. So I will leave it as 1, but yeah, again, I will recommend to do half. So 4 it would be in this case, but demonstration. The really important thing in this bit here is to choose the device CD DVD as use ISO file, which will be from where we're gonna install the ISO file. So I got it under Ubuntu ISO. So from here, the only thing that you will change from now on, these 4 network, USB, sound card, and printer, you will leave it as default unless you know better and you wanted to change it. 3D graphics, leave a mark. Use host setting for monitors, leave a mark. And here graphic memory will be like if you got a graphic card or something, you just change it up to 1 or 2 GB depending on what you have. I will leave it as recommended, as this is for demonstration purpose only. So then click close. If you didn't see that, so just click close down here, then finish. So what do we have here? So now what we have to do is just play the virtual machine and rock and roll. Hello friends, all good, no worries. This will end up good for all of us. Ubuntu. So if you see here, when I try to resize the window, it goes back to the resolution that it has, which I believe is 800 by 600. So that we will change it afterward when the installation is done by installing the virtual machine tools. So for now, we got to choose English as language, install. This here, I recommend just don't do any of these two unless you really will have time to spend on this installation. After, when you finish install, you could just update all your system, and this here will install like a couple of things that you might don't want to use. So just click continue. Erase this and install Ubuntu. That's the option that you want to choose. So install now. This says that it will create a swap partition and a swap partition and a SDA extension, which will be for storage, and the swap will be for like getting a Ubuntu app. So continue. Don't worry about that pop-up. And now I'm thinking, oh, what am I gonna do now? Ubuntu, yeah. So where are you? That's up to you. I'm right now in Australia. Yeah, Aussie. No, I'm not Aussie. So continue. So here's your keyboard layout. If you really don't know which keyboard layout do you have, what you could do is just detect layout, keyboard layout, and it will ask you a couple of questions. But as I know what I want for mine, I will just leave it as English US and continue. So here you got your name, which could be this. So this your computer name. I wanted to help you out and advise you not to choose a big name like this is the best computer in the world. Not advisable at all. So for this you should choose a small name as descriptive as you can. So for me I would say YouTube, and then pick your username. So that name already exists. Oh, someone got the name. I put CSS, then username my CSS user. So that's it. For your password, just do something that you really remember, because you will need it more than your mouse. This will be needed for any sudo line that you get into terminal, any installation that you're going to do. It will ask you for this password all the time. So don't get something very simple that anyone could guess, but get something that you could remember. So let's go with this. A strong password. Wow. Password match. If you really don't matter who is getting into your virtual machine, just log in automatically, but I will really don't recommend it. So continue. And yeah, you will start copying all the files, and I see you later when this is done. See you soon. So hey there friends, it's done. So now it's a restart now. What I have experienced by doing this is when you click this restart now, the virtual machine actually stacks and it keeps in a kind of resetting all processing state. What I usually do is just click close the window and do the restart from the system. So you click here, then it takes you back to Ubuntu. I hope so. Yeah, here we are. So just go to this gear shutdown button and click restore, restart, and wait for it all time. So now you have Ubuntu. So just click enter and that's it. So now you have Ubuntu installed, but as you can see, you will have you will want to have share files or folders between the two, and yeah, so for that we're gonna do it now. So for that, what you need is to install the VMware tools and do so like I think 2 more steps and we're done. So for that we go to player, manage, install VMware tool. This what it will do is to mount a virtual CD drive. Here it is. So what we need to do for finishing this is to get it out from the CD, just drag it into the desktop. For the same, just put it in any folder you want. So we launch the terminal, which I like it to do it by pressing Ctrl Alt T. Boom, terminal. So let's put it like here, and then yeah, we go CD desktop list. We got that file. So what we need to do is uncompress it. We press start, then we do xvzf, and then we put the name. So if you notice, I press VM and then tab, and it complete the whole thing. But if you put VM, it is how would you say, like lowercase, uppercase, sensitive, and it won't complete it. So we mind that. So enter, boom, extracting it. What you also could do is just go in here, click, right click, extract here. But yeah, you could do also in the command line, which is why you're here. I think so. So now, unless we want to get into that VM folder, enter. So now we want to execute this VMware dash install.pl. PL stands for Perl. So this, if we do sudo, which would be admin mode, then Perl is the language, then name of the file. If you press enter here up to that point, you will have to, after say he was gonna ask you, you want to install this in this folder, this folder is not made yet, you want to do it, blah 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 blah. But as you want to do it all that by default, you just press -D, which stands for default, and then you press enter, you put your password. As I say, you will need it a lot. So now you only have to wait, because it will do all by default. You don't have to press any single key. So right now we go right click, let's say new file, let's do a text, so Linux, enter. If we want to drag this from here to here, you said that it's like, don't do it, not allowed to. So when we finish installing this, we will be able to. So what I recommend you to do it's done already. So yeah, after doing this, what you have to do is just reboot the computer. So for that, you do sudo reboot, enter. In the meantime, what you could do is go to your PC, and what I recommend you to do is on the same folder that you create the virtual machine, you create a new folder, which will be the share one, share VM. So here we will store all the files and folder that we need to share between the host and the guest. So we put a password again, say it, you will need a lot. So password. So now I will get like high mode, bye, and then we will show you full screen mode. Yeah, so we go right click, all good. So this is system settings, click here, then screen display, then here this is my normal resolution, you get as default as we did it on the setups. We said use host default settings. So if you are that guy, same as me, has two desktops, what you want to do is click here. Right now I have not the second desktop connected, but if you click there, you will get the second screen into Ubuntu as well. So yeah, now what we want to do is to prove that we have access to sharing and drag and dropping this file here. Yeah, what is? Come on. Yeah, so we're here. So now this file is here. It doesn't mean that if you change something here, something, and you save it, it's gonna change on Windows. That's not going to happen. So how you get that? So you have to access to your shell files. So you go to files, you go to computer, you go to mount, then you go HGFCS, and then here you got nothing. So here we should be shown the folder files that you got shared. So for that we go to manage, we go to virtual machine, we go to options, share folder is disabled, so you go always enable, add one, then next, then browse to the folder and location where you create that file, which you remember we said share VM, says okay, the name share VM, alright, just next, finish. So if you didn't show that quite, because I clicked too fast, so these attributes will be enabled, and if you want just read only, it means you could read the files from the guest but don't modify them, which if you want to just do it, but it's no point to share something and don't be able to change it. So just leave it as enable and don't click, don't mark read only. Okay, so alright, so now we go back to mount, we go double click, boom, share VM. Then here's where you're gonna say I don't know, new document, I don't know, of course I know. So Ubuntu.txt, and we're gonna open it, we're gonna say Ubuntu is cool, blah blah blah, save. And then we here on Windows, we're gonna say wow, we create something from Ubuntu. And then we're gonna say why not Windows 2. We're gonna save it, boom, then we get in here and oh, nothing happens. It will, no worries. So we go and you wanna save it, oh wait, and then we close this and then we open it. There you are, on why not Windows. So that's done, and hope you like the video. One more thing that I would like to recommend you to do is go to player manager, settings and description, and then under options in power you will say enter full screen mode after power on. So every time that you just jump on your virtual machine, you will get full screen, you don't have to click anything and just start working and be cool. Well, that's everything for today. I hope you like it. If so, just subscribe or leave any comments for feedback on this video.